In terms of design, the Hyundai Ioniq ni tak adalah nak kata traditionally Korean ke, you can't really see the Koreanness of the nationality of the design. It's more one of those generic hybrid kind of look where it's a fastback design. Fastback ni kita tahu is one of the most aerodynamically efficient shape. Like most designs, the Hyundai Ioniq looks best daripada front 3/4 angle, di mana kita boleh nampak the fastback design, all the nice detailing kat lampu depan, the bumper, and also that rear lamp. I think the lampu belakang itu memang very interesting and it helps to lift the car. It's very sleek and has that angular look to it, and that's one of the things that has helped to lift the car. So they also guna a few tricks like the air curtain, which takes air from the front of the car and routes it around the front wheels to help improve the aerodynamics and reduce the turbulence around the wheels. That's a trick that many car companies are starting to use. I don't know, I mean, it's not a design that you can look and kind of really get excited about, but it's not one that just disappears into the background. The wheels also is quite interesting. I suka the grey inserts to help to make it look more technical. And as you know, bila car companies cuba design hybrid atau electric car ni, they try to give it some kind of a technical look. So I think that is something that has been quite successful with the Ioniq. The front of the car, I think, is a very modern design. Tapi yang peliknya logo ni. Kalau kita tengok logo ni macam printed plastik. And there's a very good reason for this, because dekat belakang logo ni ialah radar untuk the smart cruise control, the adaptive cruise control. For some reason, Hyundai decided that this one should be where the logo is and where also the radar is. I don't know kenapa dia tak letak logo dia kat atas ni ke, or some other solution. It looks kind of weird. It looks nampak macam printed. So, I don't know. It's just a bit odd, that's all. So, perkara yang paling menarik pada saya bila kita mula-mula memandu Hyundai Ioniq ni ialah dia tak berasa macam kereta Korea. It's as if Hyundai has made some kind of leap in dia punya vehicle development, and kali ni dia rasa macam kereta Jepun. More importantly, dia rasa macam not a normal petrol powered car. Memang dia rasa macam a hybrid car. Maybe it's because of the detailing, all the blue lines, and all this very complicated meter cluster, kan? Pasal benda ni has so many features. So the meter cluster tu kena tunjuk macam-macam perkara. The only thing yang tak ada dekat meter cluster tu sekarang ni ialah RPM counter. So from the meter cluster, you boleh pilih bermacam-macam function. Contohnya kalau kita nak power mode, normal mode or eco mode for the engine. So kalau power mode, mostly dia akan drive both electric dan juga the normal conventional engine. Kalau pakai normal mode, dia akan pilih macam mana yang lebih efisien, dia akan guna. Bila you pakai eco mode, dia akan cuba gunakan elektrik sebanyak yang boleh. So sekarang ni kita tengah travel at about 70 km per hour and it's running on EV Eco. Maksudnya EV Eco ni, kereta ni running on pure electric right now. The engine is not running, and it's a pure electric car, and I think it can go for about like 30 km ke like this on pure electric. But of course, untuk run pure electric ni, jalan tu kena flat lah. Jadi, kalau jalan berbukit-bukit, dia akan kick in the petrol engine. This Hyundai Ioniq is showing us what the future driverless car will be like. Okay? So untuk driverless car in the future ni, dia ada 3 benda lah. First, hands off. Dan kedua, eyes off, where you can baca ke, nak tengok movie ke. And third, mind off, mana you tak payah fikir langsung, you nak tidur pun tak apa. So this is the first step. The first step ni untuk Hyundai ialah still everything on, which means that although the car ada lane keeping assist, which means that dia boleh baca road marking and ikut jalan, tapi kita kena pegang steering. Dia ada sensor dia, I think on the shaft. Kalau dia tak rasa resistance langsung, dan dia tahu kita tak pegang steering ni, dan dia akan bunyi beep, so kita pegang steering atau dia akan trigger and turn off the system. So memang boleh. Ni kita di Terengganu, road marking ni 50-50, kadang-kadang ada, kadang-kadang tak ada. But as you can see, dia boleh ikut. Dia nampak dia steering tu bergerak sikit. Nampak? Dia tarik balik. So I'm just putting a bit of pressure on the steering, so dia ada resistance, so dia kereta tak cukup resistance, dia nampak I tak pegang. So dia kata put hand on steering. So lane keeping assist ni dia ada yang tak aktif dan ada yang aktif. This one not active mode, di mana dia boleh tukar sendiri. Kalau dia tak aktif, dia hanya setakat bagi warning saja ataupun dia bagi vibration kat steering kot. Dan dia ada blind spot, the normal one, and the one yang lagi satu ialah active cruise control. So with active cruise control dan lane keeping assist, sebenarnya kereta ni boleh drive itself in most condition yang elok, di mana cuaca terang, tak ada hujan lebat. Dia boleh baca lane marking, tak ada kabus, dia boleh buat. Okay, so ni bila road marking tak cantik, the lane keeping assist punya logo turns white. That means dia dah not functioning. Dan dia akan beep lah. So maksudnya dia tak boleh baca dah, dia kata I give up. So the next step, eyes off. Di mana you boleh tengok movie ke, nak baca buku ke dalam kereta. I think that will come, say, paling lambat pun saya rasa dalam 5 tahun lah. The last car companies to offer will be in about 5 years time. Jadi mana mind off tu, di mana you boleh tidur langsung and behaves like a complete transport pod. 10 years. Max 10 years dah memang will be normal for most cars. Where it's just like a transport pod, you just tidur, you can do whatever you want, makan ke, bersembang. It's 117,000 for the HEV Plus, and you get so many things in it. Firstly, the hybrid drive system, they split into two. The electrical system is split into two, where you have the hybrid battery, driving engine and ancillary, aircon pump, aircon compressor, all the other pumps, like power steering pump ke, water pump ke, all the semua all run by the electric motor, by the hybrid battery. Whereas the other electrical system, entertainment system, lampu-lampu ni semua, doors, that's run by the conventional battery, the car battery yang duduk kat belakang tu. So if you start the car, once you start the car, there's no sound because it doesn't start the internal combustion engine. What you see is ada gambar warna hijau, kereta warna hijau. When that comes on, it means the car is ready. The aircon will run like normal. The compressor will be run by electric motor. So the car basically will run in the first few kilometers kalau you go rumah you kawasan flat purely on electric power, unless you press the throttle beyond a certain point, and then it'll trigger the internal combustion engine. So on the highway, we've been running this car now over 500 kilometers coming to Terengganu, and we've been abusing the system. Basically, we stop and we allow the car to just sit and drain the battery, trigger the aircon. So it's not the most economical way of driving. We went quite fast. We are managing 19.4 km. But Hyundai says most of the journalists yang test kereta ni dapat at least around 20 plus lah, 22 to 25, and some even manage to get 29. On normal driving where you don't abuse the system, you probably can get 25 to 26 kilometers per liter, which is very good, which is like 4 liters per 100 kilometer. And in the tank that is 40 liters, you can get around 1,000 kilometers in one tank full of gas. So if you're very careful and you drive pergi balik kerja je, where your speed is not high and you can maintain driving on a relatively flat land, flat terrain, then I think 1,000 kilometer per tank is quite achievable. If you are very careful, you can get maybe up to 1,200 kilometers per tank, which means like seminggu setengah baru kena isi minyak. So good price, good economy, apa lagi kan.